What's going on, guys? My name's Tabs, and of course you guys know that, and welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be doing a video on the setup, which is right behind me. But before we get into that, I just want to say we did a poll on YouTube as well as Twitter, and you guys wanted to see this. So today we're going to be hopping into the setup, what I use for my workflow. But before that, a word from our sponsor.
The sponsor of today's intro is Cham. If you guys are looking for some cheap software for games like Rust, EFT, Valorant, and Apex Legends, including a $25 hardware ID spoofer, make sure to check out Cham's website in the description below. I'll also have the Discord linked if you have any customer service questions before purchasing a product. Thank you so much to Cham, and shout out to you guys. Let's hop right into the video.
This is the stream PC that I use. It is a 2080 Super with a 3900X Ryzen CPU. And we've got 32 gigs of RAM in this bad boy. And again, 2080 Super. We've got 2 terabytes of two M.2s. Each one is 1 terabyte each. They are 980 EVOs by Samsung. And this is what I record and render on and all that kind of stuff. Mostly used for streaming recently on Kick. If you want to check it out, it's kick.com/TabzWare. Up top, we have the Bell GigaHub router, and this is what enables me to get 3.5 gigs of speed when it comes to internet usage. On the right side, we have the PreSonus mixer here, which you can see very clearly. This is just for audio for the stream PC. Nothing's plugged in currently because currently I'm using a Go XLR, which can actually be found on my desk over on the right. But on the right of that, we do have just a little display that we use for backgrounds of videos, which is the 3 Cause dolls. We've got the half and half, full black, and the sitting sad. Behind that, it's really just boxes of shit that I just don't really care about anymore, so they kind of just sit back there, and some Febreze and shit, so when I'm farting on my chair, it doesn't smell horrible because it is made out of leather. We also have a passport there, some audio equipment and all that kind of stuff, as well as 2 posters, a Rick and Morty and a Billie Eilish one. Don't ask, I don't know. On the right side of the setup though, we do have these brand new rope lights that we just grabbed for the setup, and then we have a whole bunch of boxes including a PS5 monitor, Go XLR, Asus ROG laptop one, the Revelator ISO. We got some more Govee RGBs up here that we're actually going to be setting up very soon. Got some phone boxes and some alcohol. On the right of that, which you can see is pretty much just tools and stuff like that. So if I back this up and pull this out right here, it's just basically tools. The other stuff is like audio equipment, camera stuff. We got some hats here and then a raw tray. I don't smoke anymore, so I'm gonna actually give that to cameraman to keep because I don't smoke. And then of course we have just some patches and stuff as well. Get an NY hat, we have a custom Suicide Boys hat, and that's pretty much for the left side. So if I pull my chair back, which by the way, use code TABS on ewinracing.com. This is the chair that I use for like everything. I actually took the arm handles off. I will say, if you are sitting in a chair like this, one of the gaming chairs, take the handles off. Dude, I cannot recommend taking the arm like handles off any more than I do. And the main reason for that is when you play video games, you tend to slouch back in your chair, and you don't want to be slouching back in your chair. It fucks with like your whole back and shit. And I can tell you right now, who wants to have to turn to do this? Don't get my fucking floggers in there. But yeah, if you go to sit at your setup like this, you're just chilling and stuff like that, you don't want to have to full turn to get up out of your chair. It's so much easier to just boom, done. Monitor that I grabbed off Amazon, no idea where the fuck or what brand it is. I gotta be honest with you. We have the SteelSeries headset. This is the Nova P wireless headset that I use. It's supposed to be for PlayStation, but I use it on the PC, and it does use a USB-C connection, which is very nice. They charge really fast. They last like 20 hours. We have a random Logitech mouse here, as well as a Logitech keyboard for the stream PC. And this monitor is actually on a HDMI switch, so I can use it for one computer or just the stream PC. And below that, we have a wireless phone charger. So if I take my phone, for example, and throw that on there, we can see that'll start charging. It's actually got 2, so I could throw my other phone on there. That'll start charging as well, which is pretty cool. And then of course that's sitting on top of the DBX286S, which is a audio processor that I use so I don't have to use stuff like Voicemeeter. So you can see if I were to mess with my mic here, you could see it jumping and stuff like that. And that brings me into this microphone. The mic arm is a Elgato low profile mount arm. We've got a nice little cable here. a vertical cable so that it goes straight back, sorry, a horizontal angle cable. And that is powering the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure. This is the brand new microphone that I just picked up as I got hired for some voiceover work. So that slides back, it hides. I can put that right here if I'm not using it. I can lower it and hide it even more under my monitor if I wanted to, like so. And then we have the Go XLR underneath the big monitor. If we want to get a big wide shot of this monitor here, it is a 49-inch super ultra wide by Samsung. This thing is the RG9 or the G9 as most people know it. It's an Odyssey edition Samsung monitor, 240 hertz, 5120 by 1440, I believe. This thing is amazing when it comes to editing, as you'll see in some of the B-roll from this this recording session here. So I don't actually have the TabzWare mouse pad. I have an issue with shipping to Canada, which kind of sucks, or else I'd have my own mouse pad, but we have a SteelSeries QCK Triple XL, which this is the actual size that my mouse pads sell in. And of course, we have the custom keyboard here. So this is the topographic keyboard made on the GMK version 2. So we've still got our arrow keys and our up, down, left, right, all that kind of stuff. And we have our custom rolled blue cable that I got off Amazon for about 50 bucks. You can see the Hollyland recorder that we are currently recording our audio on, plugged into our Go XLR. And if you guys don't have a Go XLR, it's great, especially for multi-computer recording. I do have a Elgato Stream Deck mounted below that because this big monitor, if you want to come over and give them a shot of this, this monitor is actually mounted on a TV mount because it's just too big and too heavy for most mounts, so that's all there. Also, I know the cable management's bad. That was one of the things I wanted to touch on. I really just don't give a shit about cable management. It's not something I've ever really cared about, so cable management's gonna suck. On the right side here, we have the mouse, which I can show you really quickly. It's just the SteelSeries Aerox mouse. This bad boy is really nice, but I am gonna be upgrading soon. The battery time lasts longer than any mouse I've ever used, and if you couldn't tell, that shit's light, like that. Dude, it's light. The light here, we have another one on the left side, but these are RGB box lights. We have 2 for each. And we also have the Money Never Sleeps, which I've had for, I think about 4 years now. I was given it when I first moved out with my girlfriend. And of course, we've got some Govee RGBs on there just to make it kind of like pop and stand out a little bit more. I really love this thing. Moving on to the right side of the setup though, we do have just a couple of vape things here, like this one. This is my favorite flavor right now. It's Double Lemon by Lemon Drop, and that's what I'm vaping on right now currently. On the top right, we have the brand new camera that I actually got for the setup recently, and that is the Lumix G7. This camera came out in I think late 2015 or 2016, but I grabbed it just because it's really, really good for a Micro Four Thirds, and it can be picked up for less than $400 these days. And I also got two lenses with it for free, which I can't complain about. Look at the zoom on that shit. That's insane. We also do run a Rode Video Micro Go on the top because I do record 2 sessions of audio in case one messes up, which is great. On the right side here, we do have an Asus 165 Hz 27-inch 1440p monitor. That used to be my main gaming rig monitor, but if you take a look at it, it kind of just suits the setup better in an H pattern. I can do left side work, keep Discord on the right, and then main editing software, video games, whatever you want. And that's what I use primarily as the setup on the right there. But we can check out the main computer, and we can do that right now. So over here on the right side, we do have my main computer. We do have a drawing tablet just below it, and I use this for thumbnails as of recent. But for the gaming computer, we are rocking a 3080 with a 5900X quad, or what is it? No, a 12 core, I believe, processor, 24 threads with 64 gigs of DDR4 running at 3600 megahertz. And you can tell that I got the Lian Li lights, the strimmers, but honestly, they're kind of dog shit, and I will be downgrading those because I'm not a huge fan of the way they look. And then just to top it all off, of course, we have the casting couch, which has been in my setup for about 2 years now. This is kind of a useless couch unless I have the boys over for drinking and gaming, because realistically, what are you gonna do other than sit here and look forward when the TV that I use is actually a 60-inch random 4K TV I picked up for like 300 bucks on rebate. And honestly, it's just there to look cool in the back of videos. But it's not used for anything. And also, like, the way I mounted this is so ghetto, I've got to fix it. But yeah, so the casting couch is just there for the meme. That's literally what it was bought for. My girlfriend got it for me as a joke because realistically, there's no other reason to have a black couch in a room that's not being used. So that's there. This TV came in here. It wasn't bought for this reason. I'm not trying to be snobby. It wasn't bought just to look cool. It was originally my living room TV, but we upgraded to a 75-inch.
Let's get it. Hop off a 17 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. The coats in the space of cannibals. They like to geek.
And no one's gonna buy it now. It's like 3-4 years old. There's better, like it says 4K, but like 1080p content, 4K content on it looks pixelated as dog shit. So it kind of just sits here. On the left, we have just some posters. We have Suicide Boys. On the top right, we have Travis Scott. On the left, I always forget this motherfucker's name, but he made the Roses song. I can't remember his name.
It's not
Saint. It's no. It's like Saint something. I have no idea. I can't remember. But on the right, we have, of course, Mac Miller's Self-Care. We have Lil Uzi Vert, and we have Meet the Woo. Yeah, R.I.P. And then we have Trippie Redd. I don't really listen to him, but I like the design of that poster. We also have Tupac, and I'm gonna keep it honest, I'm a Biggie. This is a Biggie household, but Tupac's a GOAT, and you can't really say no to putting up a Tupac poster, so that's the way it is. And I can't find, dude, it's some bullshit, because I can't find anywhere, I can't find a single Tupac poster, but they have, or sorry, Biggie poster.
Go to World of Poster on Queen Street West.
World of Poster, okay. These are all Walmart, except for these. These I got on some random website for like $8 each, like 4 years ago, and I found them while cleaning and was like, fuck it, throw them up. I also wanted to say, for all the RGB stuff that I have in here, I go Govee, especially for these lights up top. These are all Govee. These are, I'll show you, they're strange lights. I don't know if you've ever seen a light like that, but these are like some stupid expensive lights. And then they just turn in like that, but those are all Govee. I wouldn't recommend these. If you have like a normal light socket, I'd highly recommend them because these were like, I think for a pack of 2, it was like $90. So those are Govee. These are, newer. Those are Govee. And then the strip lights over here on the left are also Govee for the rope lights. These are really good. I picked these up on sale for only $20. They're normally about 70. And then these are also Govee. These ones in the back, these are Govee. Let me grab my phone really quick, actually. The Govee app, open that up, and then we can see my rope lights, desk lights, studio light strip. I believe it's studio light strip. We can connect to that really quickly. And then if you actually pan out and you take a look at this wall, we could do select all, we could do blue, green.
Oh, the blue is dope. I like the blue.
The light blue?
Yeah, that's dope.
The light blue. And then what's cool about these is these are actually, I think it's called single control RGB. So you can do all different colors and actually animate them, which is really cool. And of course, this is my old stream one. We've got white, just straight blue moving. I believe this is audio. So based on how loud you talk, the brighter they'll get. So we can go, woo, move around. Here we've just got another like femboy one, don't ask. We got the red moving for horror streams, and then I think we have, this one, which is fireworks, which honestly, I just used it more or less for when I was gonna do GTA RP streaming, and I was gonna apply to be a cop while cheating, which is even funnier, is I wanted these on every time I was chasing motherfuckers in GTA RP for the streams. But that never ended up working out because I got banned on GTA. But that's pretty much it. That's the setup, boys. There's not really much else to talk about. I guess the only thing we really missed was I do have a wheel under my desk here, and that is for future streams coming up. Don't mind the cable management because I also have my AC down there. But on top of that, we have the Asus ROG Strix laptop that I made one video with so that I could make a fucking claim on, so I didn't have to pay the and I got some cool stuff like a custom PS5 controller down there in blue, which is pretty cool. But altogether, boys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video, supporting the content. My name's Tabz, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later, bros. Peace.